Guys, 1 billion movies were just announced by Sony!
Well, 16 were announced.
Now, who's counting? So Sony announced a massive slate of upcoming movies, some we knew about and others that we definitely didn't. And there's some surprising zingers in there, namely the Jumanji reboot. Yeah, you heard it right. I didn't stutter. There's a Jumanji reboot in the works.
Is nothing sacred?
What happened?
If this sounds like a move that implies intense disrespect towards the late great Robin Williams, it kind of is. But more importantly, the idea for the Jumanji reboot came well before the man's passing in 2012 to be exact.
But with this big old list of movies and their release dates Sony rolled out, it shows the reboot is planned for Christmas of 2016.
Oh, please, not Jumanji!
I love the idea of a reboot of Jumanji, Sam. Think of the CGI in the movie for once. Just kidding, I got you.
Yeah, you got
I don't
me.
care. I don't want that.
Yeah, you don't want that.
The original's fine. Why the fuck? Make a remake Zathura. How about that?
Oh man, that movie's bad. Also slated to be released is Bad Boys 3 and 4, with the third being released February 17th, 2017, and the fourth set to be released July 3rd, 2019, which still isn't confirmed to be starring Will Smith or Martin Lawrence, but let's be honest, Martin Lawrence is not busy these days.
Oh, no, not at all. Also of note, the highly anticipated epic Stephen King novel adaptation, The Dark Tower, has a release date of January 13th, 2017. This is of particular interest because the film has been in pre-pro hell for years, having been tossed between Ron Howard possibly directing and now landing on the writer of the original Swedish adaptation of the Stieg Larsson novel, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Nikolaj Arcel. Though just because there's a release date and it's a year away doesn't mean that we'll actually see this movie for sure on that date. It just means that it's actually happening. Sony has acknowledged it.
Also of note, the Spider-Man reboot has a release date of July 17th, 2017, and the Chris Miller, Phil Lord animated Spider-Man movie comes out a year after that on July 30th, 2018. Boy, I hope those are good. Also, I hope it's traditional animation because that'd be really cool like the DC movies.
Me too, I want to see that happen as well. Okay? Sam has a point. Also, the new Ghostbusters movie moved up a week to July 15th, putting it up the same weekend Ice Age number 53 comes out. Good luck with that, Sony. You're never gonna beat the Ice Age films.
Underworld 5 is also set to be released in October of next year, and the new Resident Evil movie, conceivably the final one, seeing that it's been called Resident Evil: The Final Chapter,
I don't know,
is going to be released in January of 2017. Also, a space movie starring Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence called Passengers comes out Christmas of next year. Ooh, Chris Lawrence.
Also, it has been announced there is an official release date for Ready Player One, the Steven Spielberg film. When does that come out, Sam?
December 15th, 2017.
Oh boy. And you can see a full list of all 16 films announced in the link in the description down below. Good luck with all those movies, Sony. Hey, and in news that doesn't involve Sony, it turns out another Nightmare on Elm Street reboot is happening whether we want it or not.
Oops. It was only 5 years ago that New Line and Platinum Dunes released the reboot to the popular horror franchise, but they're trying one more time because money.
Money, or because licensing. One theory to take into consideration here is that instead of remaking the same crap over and over and over again because Hollywood is clearly out of ideas, maybe it comes down to contracts and licensing deals. That would leave New Line or Platinum Dunes without the rights to make movies about one of the most popular horror villains of all time, Frederick Krueger.
Sam has a point. This new reboot will completely ignore the last one and will star a whole new cast, which means no Jackie Earle Haley as Fred this time around.
Damn it, but I love that casting. It was perfect. Too bad that movie was not.
All we know about this reboot right now is that it will be written by the same guy who wrote Orphan, David Leslie Johnson, and will be overseen by Toby Emmerich, Walter Hamada, and David Neustadter.
Oh boy.
Oh
but
boy.
I remain hopeful because Freddy is a badass. And if they don't take the film too seriously this time and have fun with it like the originals did, maybe we'll have a fun new reboot of a mostly okay franchise. Bring it, New Line Cinema.
So what are your thoughts on all these movies, especially that dang Jumanji reboot? Let me know in the comments down below.
I'm Sam.
I'm Steve. Oh,
McDonald's.
Highly criticized reboot of the Fantastic Four hits US theaters this Friday. Before we sharpen our pitchforks and start burning shit down, let me tell you a few fun facts about the Fantastic Four comics and movies. That's right, a Fantastic Four you didn't know that top 10.
Welcome back to your Geekly News. I'm Steve Zaragoza.
And I'm Maud. Star Wars! Ha!
What?
Star Wars, there's Star Wars news. God damn it, I cannot contain it. You know what it's like when there's big Star Wars news, like